Hi. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning or good afternoon.
Okay, afternoon. Good to have all of you. I'm Israel. I'll be the one coordinating, anchoring this meeting. So, in the next 2 minutes, we'll start. Just trying to wait if others can join on time. All right. About 1 minute left. I believe you can all see my screen. I'm sharing a slide.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's begin. So, I welcome you all to the boot camp. It's my pleasure being the one anchoring. I appreciate for the privilege. So, as we have known, data analytics is also a branch of data science, which which deals with just gathering insight and communicating solutions. So I've prepared this slide to quickly let us glance through what data analysis is all about. So data analysis, as you can see from the slide, is the cleaning, transforming, interpreting, and giving insights to data. So when we get our data, we try to clean it, we try to transform, we interpret, and we give insight. So why do we actually need data analysis? In fact, why are we so important in the ecosystem? Businesses actually cannot thrive without solid information. So there is need for them to actually get an analyst. So they use such data or such analysis for decision making. For instance, data can be there without actually making sense of it, especially when it's so large. So data analysis is very important in decision making. While we analyze our data, we can also tend to solve our problem. So it is also good for solving problem. The next is performance evaluation. Once you don't analyze your data, you might not be able to evaluate whether the company or the organization is performing better or not. So hence the need for data analysis. Data analysis can also help us in risk management. So we can know whether it is time for investment or it is not good enough for investment. Can also use it to gather insight on um, on our data on a particular subject matter. So I've been talking about data analysis. So what about their processes? Types of data analysis and what are the process of data analysis? First of all, I would like to take it as from there are four types of data analysis. You can either do descriptive data analysis, whereby we actually tend to describe what has happened or describe the data generally. You can use something like maybe we say, what is the average price? What is the what is the distribution of age in a particular location? All these are just descriptive data analysis. The next data analysis type of data analysis is diagnostic data analysis. So for diagnostic data analysis, we tend to try to solve. Hello, I don't know if people can hear me. I'm not talking to myself. Hello.
Yes, we can
So
hear
I can
you.
hear you.
Okay. We are in Nigeria. Network can actually misbehave. So for diagnostic data analysis, but peradventure something has actually gone wrong, or you discover that a particular month or a particular period of time, you notice there's a kind of reduce in income or increase in income. All these are pattern. Do you get? You might notice that during the weather, water sell more. Are we together? So you might be curious, like, why do we have this kind of situation, or why don't we have this kind of situation? So that kind of analysis is diagnostic analysis, where we try to understand what is causing a particular thing to happen. That is diagnostic analysis. So what can we do for that? We can use correlation analysis, regression analysis, hypothesis testing to cover the relation between so and so. Are we together? So the next type of analysis I want to talk about is predictive analysis. In this case, we have already seen that, let me say, the size of a particular house determines the price of the house. From our diagnostic analysis, probably we say, why am I making so much sales in this area? Then you now discover that, oh, all the houses in these areas are kind of very large in size. So the correlation is that size influence price. So in that case, we'll be able to do some predictive analysis. What about I have a size of 500 meters square? Will that also what would be the price? I don't know if you're getting it. So in that case, we can try to predict a particular price we don't even know. Or we have seen from our previous months that this is how sales are going. So what's in the next 5 years? What is the probability? What is the tendency that I'm still going to keep making the sales? So in that case, you can do predictive analysis to look into what could happen in the future. So that is that. So the next is prescriptive analysis. So in this prescriptive analysis, we tend to also try to predict and also prescribe possible solutions or recommend solutions or actions that can be taken. That is prescriptive analysis. In most cases, you'll be doing everything at a go. You describe, you diagnose, you predict, and you prescribe to actually give value to an organization. Because just telling what our previous data is descriptive is not useful to the organization. May need to actually tell them why so thing or so event happening. That becomes diagnostic. The next thing you might actually want to tell them about, oh, don't stock your store by so period because prices will fall. That is predictive analysis. Then prescriptive, then actions you want them to take in the nearest future. So all these are the types of analysis. Most times we do everything at a go, but sometimes maybe if you are just doing quantitative or maybe research, you might be just be confounded to descriptive and diagnostic, depending on the task you are doing anyway. So let's talk about the process of data analysis. So what are the processes we go through when we're analyzing data? The first thing to do, which is for every project, you must first of all define your objective. What do you want to achieve? So I believe the organization you are interacting with would have given you the they want to solve. Okay. Um, um, Dow stores have been decreasing in sales for the last 3 months. What can we do? So that is, I just assume my own as that's my own objective. So my objective is that I want to increase Dow stores in terms of sales. Then the next thing, I get their data, I prepare and explore all their past data. So from there, after exploring, I apply my analysis techniques I want to use, whatever analysis techniques. There are several techniques you can use. The next, we interpret the result. That is one of the most important part of analysis. If you explore the data and you cannot interpret what the data is saying, then it's as good as nothing. So you must interpret and tell us what you see in data. The data pattern that you might not really see just looking at the data. So we interpret it. Then the next is to communicate, which is also one of the most important part of your work. Because doing all the job without a good communication is as good as nothing. Because you're not going to get what you're trying to do. Any questions so far? Please confirm if you are with me. Okay. I want to believe you are all
No question,
still
sir.
okay. All right. So moving on to the next. So what are now the tools that we'll be using for data? I believe many of us we've seen some we've gone through some statistical processes, but that's not what we want to talk about here because this is just a 8 weeks boot camp. So we're not going to all those statistical analysis, but we'll be dealing more of the tools, how to handle the tools. So bring your knowledge from your institution and apply it to you. So basically, I divide the tools into three. There are databases tools, spreadsheet tools, and BI tools. Under for databases tools, there are several tools we can use. What is database? Database, majorly organizations, we tend to store their data in any format that is best for them. Bigger organizations will make use of database like MySQL, Postgres. When I say SQL, I mean SQL. MySQL, Postgres, SQL, Oracle, to mention a few. There are many more there. There are Cloudera, there are Mongo, there are so many. Why smaller organization might just tend to put it in a row and column format, which is spreadsheet. You can see I left some blocks that because I want to show that there are still many things that can be put there. So spreadsheets, there are several spreadsheets we can use, but two most common spreadsheets are Microsoft Excel and the Google Sheet. They're the most common anyway, but people use Excel the most. One good thing about it is that the knowledge of one can be transferred to another. The same thing as database. They're using SQL. The knowledge of MySQL can be used in PostgreSQL or SQLite, anyone you want to use. Just the knowledge is transferable. However, BI tools differ. BI tools are basically used for um, charting, for plotting graphs, but it can do more than that anyway. Can do the same work as spreadsheets, even beyond. But basic tools, basic tasks. Is somebody saying anything? But the basic tasks people know it for is for using plotting for plotting graphs and charts. So there are several BI tools as well. But for this tutorial, I'll be making use of Power BI. So these are the three tools we'll be using. For database, Postgre anyway. I'm comfortable with any of them, but I prefer PostgreSQL. Here I put my SQL, but will you be using PostgreSQL? Because of the installation setup I'll be giving you is strictly Postgres. The next is making use of Microsoft Excel as our spreadsheet tool, and for our BI tools, we're making use of Power BI. So that is introduction to data analysis. So let's jump into work because 8 weeks is more or less not enough. I won't lie, but we'll try our best to cover as much as we can. Let's move on to the first task. The first tool to take in is database tool, and I'll be taking Postgres from there for compatibility issues in my installation. So I will stop my slide now, then I'll share another slide. So I will share
Sorry,
this.
sir, will this slide be sent to us?
Yes, I can send it. There's no issue.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So jumping into straight up, we are beginning. I believe you all understand the three tools we are making use and what is data analysis or drawing. So let's move on. First of all, I want to believe that at least many of us here can actually computer, we can power on computer, do some basic installation and some basic tasks on computer. That's the prerequisite. You don't need prerequisites for programming. You don't need. I believe we are all coming from basic or from scratch. But however, you need to know how to operate computer for this. So let's dive into it. SQL, which we do call SQL most times, is a short form for structured query language. Um, it is majorly used for database storage, for data storage, and so many other tools like that. So why do analysts use SQL anyway? Because SQL is easy to understand. So traditional database allow us to access data directly, and SQL is a good tool for also analyzing multiple tables. So apart from SQL, we also have another database called NoSQL. So what is now the difference between NoSQL? SQL is a structured database. NoSQL is unstructured database. So it does not have particular structure. Example of SQL, we have I've mentioned them before: Postgres, um, MariaDB, Oracle, SQLite. Example of NoSQL, we have Mongo, we have Cloudera. There are many more, anyways. So the next is I've said that there are only small differences between each of the SQL. So let's move before I go on to my coding. Um, I want us to install. I would like us to install. I don't know if we can do that right here. Okay, you know what we'll do? Can we? Do we all have the ability to install now? Please, I need a feedback so I can know what to do.
When you mean
Hello.
install, is it like installed on our laptop? Hello,
Yes, you
is
need
it
to
installed on our
download.
laptop? Yeah, yeah, no
Excuse.
problem.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we can just search for PostgreSQL download. You can see that online.
Sorry, Kapis, can you on the chat
I can.
box? Like what we're
I'll come again. I didn't get that.
I wanted to ask if you could share like the name of what we're supposed to download, or maybe like a link directly. That would help. Thank
I'm
you.
going to my browser now. So I'll just search for. I believe you can see my browser now. Postgres download. LOAD.
Sorry to deviate off the topic, but please can I ask what's the difference between data analytics and data analysis? Is there a difference?
Data analysis and data analytics. There is it's just English term. There's no difference between the two.
Yes.
Do you get? Analytics is more like saying a verb, a noun, and do you understand the pronoun? Just the part of speech you are using it for and the usage. Do you get? Did I answer that question? So this is PostgreSQL download. So when you click on it, so it leads you here. You download the one that is compatible to your system. If you are using Linux, use Linux. Download the. If you are using Mac, download the one for Mac. If you are using Windows, here is it, and so many. I'm using Windows, so I'm not going to click on download here because I have it already. So once you get to Windows, click on it here, download the installer. I'm using Windows anyway. So if you're using Windows, you might follow my process. Are we all on that?
Yes.
So if you have downloaded successfully, let me know.
Sorry, can I get the name of the this thing again that we're supposed to download? I'm only seeing Windows installers here.
Come again, I didn't get that.
Like what are we supposed to install? Okay, I've seen it.
I'm with you. I said we are using PostgreSQL. Did I answer your question?
Sorry, how do I download?
Okay, I'll take that process again.
You said?
So I'm on my browser now. I'll just type Postgres. Look at Postgres download. Once you type that, it directs you to this page.
Yeah, I'm there.
So,
I'm there. So I can see.
So when you click on
I
download
can see the
PostgreSQL,
installer. Download the installer.
thank you so much. So once you click on download installer, it downloads to your system automatically. You did?
No, it's giving me option of okay, it's loading.
So okay, you are here, right?
Yes,
This
I'm
is where
here.
you are. Good. So choose the
Yes.
version that is better. Choose the latest version anyway. So for Windows,
So which
you
is the
can choose.
latest?
You can use 16.4. Choose the first one here.
Okay. All right.
Sir,
Okay,
can we use
okay.
our download it with our cell phone?
On your cell phone, you won't be able to download it on your cell phone.
Okay.
Okay, you can't download on your cell phone, but I'll think of alternative. Maybe an online platform you can use, but not now. I'll think about that soon. Coming. Most of the online editor has the data, their own data there. So the challenge there is might not be able to upload our own data, but we'll find a way around it. Don't worry. I want to believe we are installing now.
I'm sorry, sir. It just keeps saying, like, I don't know. It just keeps saying your download should begin in few minutes, and like nothing has happened for like the
Download
past
should
3 minutes.
begin in a few minutes. In a moment, I'm coming.
Okay, excuse me, sir. Sir,
I'm with you.
it is showing this page.
I can hear. I
That
can hear.
it is showing this page. So what should I click on?
It's showing you what?
This page you're on, where you are now.
Click on the latest version there, or perhaps let's go to. You know what? Um, let's go to the other lady that said go choose the lowest version. Maybe 9, but it is deprecated anyway. 9.6. If you are using, take note, if you are using 64-bit system, this is the one you should download. This one here. If you are using 32-bit system, this is the one you should download. I believe you should know your uh, computing capacity of your computer's capacity. Many of you should be using 64-bit anyway, so I'm expecting you to use this. But if you are still using 32, this is the one you have to download. Just click
Okay,
on
the
this icon.
9.6 the 9.6 is downloading.
Okay, I have. So
Thank you.
that's the lower version.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. So, please, I just joined, and I don't know if you can help me send the link to the chat box so that I can run through for downloading the SQL.
Are we still on it?
Yes, sir. It is downloading.
All right.
Yes, I still download this, sir.
Okay. If you're having issue, you can send your message using the chat. So I'm going through some messages now.
Yeah, please, sir. I need the link, sir. Please, I need the link to download it.
The link to download. Okay, I'll drop it in the chat box now.
Okay.
I've dropped it so you can check it there. Um, um, the application is telling me to start free. I don't understand what you meant by that. Start free. If once you have downloaded, you can just install. It's not payment. You don't need to pay anything. Once you have the exe file on your system, you can just install it. The system on the SQL is 15 is better. If you are using Postgre 15 is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. If you are just joining, you can. The link is in the chat box or the. Just check the chat area. You'll see the download link. So I want us to go through the download and then we begin. For those of that are not able to download, maybe you can install on the phone, but we'll see a way to go about it. Just that using an online editor, you will be able to make use of your own personal data. They will have the data already installed. But I'll still see a way we can walk through that and find a possible solution to that.
Hello, sir. Sir, are you with me? Sir?
I'm with you. Yeah.
It is showing Microsoft Visual C++. I don't know.
That means that you've started downloading. You've started
Yes.
installing. Yes, if you
Yes.
install C++ first, it runs on C++. If
Okay,
it is
sir.
installing, just let it complete.
Okay, sir.
Hello, sir. Good day, sir.
Good day. I'm with you.
I can't find the link in the chat box.
Maybe you should just scroll up, or perhaps let me drop it again. You can check it. It's there.
Okay.
I will prefer you use latest, but it doesn't matter anyway, depending on your system capacity. If you're having challenge downloading the latest version, which is version 2.16.4, just go to 9 point something there and choose one. Might take a while though. I don't get the screenshot you sent. Who is this? Let me. Olaoluwa Ayodele. I did not get the message you're trying to pass.
Okay,
Send the
so
screenshots.
I searched my system now and I noticed that I have an SQL too. So and it's saying thank you for evaluating data to SQL data tool. So I'm trying to know if it's the same thing because it's saying install license, continue with evaluation, exit. So I don't know
Which
if it is
particular SQL do
the
you have?
software.
Which variant of SQL do you have?
Come here, let me try to check the
SQL are free.
property.
Most SQL I've given you. Postgre, MySQL, Oracle, they are all free. They are open source. You don't need to pay for them. Though we have some paid ones, but the ones that you are downloading is free. So I don't know. That's why I'm asking which variant of the SQL are you downloading? Many of you might have it, but just try to check out. At least if I have maybe 40% installed, I can proceed with the score with the lesson, at least for an introductory class, so we can see a preview of what we want to do. And your first, you are trying to type 32 bits. There's no problem. You cannot install 64. You cannot install 64 bits application on 32 bits. There is also 32 bits application. There are two variants there. You see the one for 32. You see the one for 64. The added most. This one here, if you are looking at my screen, this one here are for the 64 bits. The other one here, which is the last one by your right, are the 32 bits. So if you are using 32-bit system, you can say you cannot install from 12.20 upward. You cannot import 12.13.14 version. You can only download. So I said import, download rather. You can only download from 9.6 downward, 9.624 downward. So that is the compatibility you have there for 32-bit system from 9.6 downward. But if you're using 64-bit system, you can always download the latest version anytime, any day. Yes, the 9.6 will work according to what they wrote there. They wrote it there for
I'm so sorry, sir.
9.624. Go ahead.
I tried installing, like I've downloaded, and it keeps saying error. I don't know.
You have downloaded it. Has it been downloaded? The
Yes,
application has been downloaded on your system successfully.
yes,
Then
yes.
double click on it to start installing.
Yes, I've tried doing that, but it keeps saying like error. It keeps bringing out an error message that I
What was
cannot.
the error per se?
It just said error cannot set up Microsoft Visual C++.
Did you download the one that is compatible with your system?
Yes, I did.
Check the version again. Probably you should use, which version did you download?
The 9.6.
9.6. What's your
Yes,
system bit? 62 or 32 or 64?
64.
And you download the one for 64.
Yes.
It should work. I don't know. Should really work.
I'll
Try
try.
another version. Try another
Okay.
version first.
Okay.
Who is already installing successfully? I need to know the progress rate so we can. All right, okay. For setting up, person who screenshot, you have to set up a password for every database administrator. Now, for your system, you are the administrator. So you must set up a password for yourself that you use. That anytime you are logging in, that's the password you'll be using. So make sure you remember your password. So you can start the setup now. Please make sure you remember your password. It is very important. And your first, how is it now? I hope it's going well. I have one person close to finishing. That is Olalo Ayodele. I have one person. I want others to also at least finish the installation.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Good afternoon.
It is requesting for password.
Yes, that's your administrative password. Endeavor to put the one you can remember.
Okay. I can't. What looks are if you issue before.
Please choose the one for port 5432. Or you could have just left it the one that is there at default. The one you met, then leave it like that. You don't need to alter that. That's who's post that. Boluwatife.
Hello, sir. Please, during the local, I can't find anything like Nigeria or something there.
You can't find anything like what?
Nigeria there.
For
Oh,
what? For what exactly?
what's the best one for 64 bits?
They always, for every software, there's always new version. So this version there you can see is 16.4. So try 16.4 if your system is okay with it. But if you are using, probably you are having installation issue, you can go for the older versions there. However, if you are using 32 bit, you cannot download 12.2 upward. You can only download 9.6 downward, as stated in the installation page. You can see there. You can see others not supported for 32-bit system.
So for us using Windows, we have to download the Windows, right?
If you are using Windows, yes, download the one for Windows. Okay, for these add-ons, right? For the add-ons, you might want to tell you to make sure you at least just add one add-on. Please don't add all the add-ons, so it will take time. Just add one add-on and let it so that it can allow you to go. If you have any database installed before, it's not compulsory we use PostgreSQL. If you have it before, you can skip this process. Use the one you have. There's no problem. If you have database installed, maybe you're using MySQL before or any other type of database, don't bother. Just leave it like that and use the one you have. But if you don't have it installed before, please install Postgres.
Hello, sorry, please. I'm getting an error when I try to install an add-on. It's telling me couldn't access the URL.
Couldn't access the URL.
Yes.
Did you check at least one add-on?
Yes, I did.
The extension arrow, you can see one that you can extend and click on. And if possible, let me see, if possible, you can just click on next or just click on cancel. I want us to start down. If you add many add-ons, you might sleep on installation. So and if possible, you can bypass it. Please do try to bypass.
I can't bypass it.
add-ons.
So I should just cancel it.
Try cancel. Most of the add-ons you have there, you might not needing them now. Once you have done that, you can just search for pgadmin4 on your system. pgadmin4 on your system. Those of you that have successfully installed or you're able to bypass the add-on.
So, where should we put the local?
The what?
The local. A writer is saying Nigeria, Arabic, English,
I don't
Caribbean.
get. I really don't get. You know what you would do? Screenshot what
I
you
think he's
have
talking
there.
about the country.
You shouldn't be relating to any country anyway. Shouldn't talk about country at all. So I don't know how you got that. Let me just know what you are doing. You can screenshot it and send it there.
Okay.
Please, if you have the other lady who asked about bypassing, if you have been able to do that, search for pgadmin 4 on your system and launch. Once it loads, let me know.
I've done that and it has loaded.
pgadmin 4, right? All right, so I can see Boluwatife. Good. So I have one. Are you the one who sent the screenshot? Are you Boluwatife, the lady I just
Yes.
talked? All right, thank you so much.
Yes.
Any other person? So most of all the databases have two interfaces that you can work with. You can either work with the command line interface, which is the CLI, or you work with the graphical user interface, which is the GUI. Of course, everybody likes something that we can click on, we can press. Graphical user interface is the most interactive one. So we'll be using, that's why we are using pgadmin 4. There are other ways too that we can use. There's Postgres has its own command line, but I don't want us to touch that because it might be too technical for maybe beginner. So let's just ignore that. Anyway, we'll be simulating that interface here too. So let's get to business. Please, I need
Hello,
somebody
sir.
else that has. Yes, go ahead.
Hello, sir. Please, in
I'm
the
with you.
categories, I'm seeing C select, add-ons, tools, utilities, database drivers. So which
Yes,
one should I
just at
select?
least check one add-ons. Just check one add-ons and skip. And click on next. One add-ons
Should
is
I
enough,
click on
please.
database drivers?
You don't need to. You can install all those one later on because I'm trying to save. You're trying to hide. If you
Okay,
add many
just
things, in fact,
add-ons, tools, and utility. I should
just
click
add. In
on
fact, you can
add-ons,
end
tools,
it. You
and
can
utility.
cancel it, please. You can even cancel it. It will work. We don't need those add-ons for now, or maybe for the level of what we want
Sorry,
to do. Go ahead, please.
please, will the video of this class be made available? Because some of us are still finding it hard to, like, we are still downloading. So I don't know how it will be possible for us to maybe catch up with everything that you do here while our
Select that this one.
software.
It's still downloading, right? I believe I have one of the coordinators for that should be on it.
Downloaded it,
I'm sure.
please. I wanted to just ask.
Yes, it should be on it.
Hello, so when I select the add-on, you say you must at least select one package to install before you continue.
But just click on one add-on. Just check one add-on and move on.
Which of the add-on is it? Remote server or Postgres
You know what?
SQL?
You know what? What we need it for now, we don't even need it for your work now. For now, in fact, for this level, sir, we don't need it. You can even click on cancel. Please click on cancel. Let us skip that part. But just that I'm afraid some that are using other version might have challenge with that. But you can just
He's
cancel
saying,
it.
are you sure you want to close the stack builder wizard? When I
Please
click on
cancel.
cancel,
Yes, please do cancel. What version did you install?
16.4.
Okay, please cancel. You can definitely cancel without issue.
So I should click
Once
on
you have
yes when he
canceled,
said, are you sure you want to close the stack builder
cancel.
wizard?
Yes, if you do, there's a way you can tell it very sure. Please do. Recording.
So having done that, how will I see the SQL app?
Thank you so much. So type on your system, search for PG admin 4. PG admin 4.
PG.
Did you get me?
Yes, sir.
Is it only for those people that have been able to install?
Yes, once you have been able to install, you will see the command line interface pgadmin 4 on your system, as well as the GUI, both of them installed. Once you open your pgadmin 4, it will request that your password, the password you set up when you were doing. So you should be able to provide it for you to continue.
The installing, was it like it's taking so long? I don't know why it's taking like so long to set up. Is that how it normally does?
Well, the system behave differently to each other. You get, so you cannot generalize how it performs on every system. They will all behave slightly different.
The PG admin 4, are we typing it together or splitting it?
Just type pgadmin to come up. If you are using Windows system, just hit your Windows key, you will see pgadmin. Just type pgadmin 4 to bring it up there. Or go to your downloads, whatever, you see your system, you see your whatever thing you have on your system. Open up pgadmin 4.
So I've sent what is displaying on the screen. This.
So, are you saying it is the same as Postgres?
PostgreSQL, yes.
SQL.
Yes. Actually, SQL, most people pronounce it as SQL. You get, so Postgres, I know you might want to say, how do we pronounce it? Just say PostgreSQL. That's all.
Yeah, hello sir, please. Am I good to go? Like, this is what is displaying on this after the
Very well,
PG
you are
admin
good to
4.
go. Don't worry, you are good to go.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
It is just like I'm installing it again.
Excuse me?
It is like I'm installing it again.
Who? I don't get. Have you installed it before?
Yeah, it seems I've installed it before. I've set up my
If you have installed
password.
it before, please. I don't get you. Make me understand, please.
I pressed that Postgre SQL 9.3.25 Windows
No,
X.
you have to just PG admin. That's what you have to. If you have installed it before, just search PG admin. Don't install again, please. PG admin.
Hello?
In short for Postgres administrator.
Hello, sorry. Hello?
I can hear you, please.
Um,
Go ahead.
I'm just joining the class right now, so can you like do a
Yeah,
little
welcome.
recap?
Okay,
Like I don't know
where
what
I
to
can just. You are welcome. You are welcome. There's nothing bad in just joining. So why just joining? You can start your download. The app you want to use, set up your system, your application. I've dropped the link now. You can check for the link in the chat, meeting chat.
Okay. Thank you.
Port 5432 or 5437, I guess. I think Postgres use 5432. Yes, 5432. Ojo Oluwapelumi, that's the port. I hope I answered the question. Joe, I don't understand whatever you are doing there, just leave the locale as default settings. Don't alter. You may not need to alter anything for now.
I didn't find anything like default setting.
Excuse me?
I didn't find anything like default setting.
I don't know where you are. Who is talking? Ojo. I was referring to Ojo Oluwapelumi that said locale can be default locale, right? Was it you who said that?
No. Now I
So
think I've
I
installed the
responded
app
to that
twice.
message.
I think I've installed the app twice.
There's no need to override. You can't install twice. Since it is the same version, it will override the old one. Did I answer that?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 hour down on installation. So let's try to. I know it's not a fault though. So once I have more people on board, I'll move on to introduction to SQL.
We have MySQL. Can we use that?
Excuse me, I did not get that.
Yeah, I'm saying, is it only PostgreSQL that we're supposed to use? What if we have MySQL? Can we use that?
Of course, of course. Okay, you said you are just joining. Yes, I mentioned that. If you had MySQL before, please let's just leave it. I said it before during my introduction of the tools. The knowledge is transferable. You can use knowledge of MySQL and Postgres. There's no barrier to that. If you have MySQL before, please leave it.
Okay. So
Most of my syntax might be
okay,
more similar to Postgres, but it will work.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now I think I found
Found
now
what?
I think I found the PG admin already.
All right, that's good.
So it is just a file, a white file. It is
The what?
in just a white file. It is in user app data, local packages, Microsoft Windows setup, and something like sorts. So do I have to click on it?
I really don't get what you're saying.
I think I have to. Okay. Yeah, now this one is having something like the head of an elephant.
Yes, that's Postgres logo.
Huh, sir?
That is Postgres logo. Elephant is Postgres logo.
Yeah. So is that the one I have to install?
I thought you installed the other time.
Yeah, I installed the other time. So what do I have to do with this pgadmin?
Just open it up.
This elephant logo is having about 2 elephant logo right here. So which one of them do I have to install?
pgadmin 4. It should only be one on your system.
I'm having pgadmin 3 and I'm having pgadmin 3. The first one is Roman figure 3, while the other one is figure 3.
Wow. And give me a screenshot. Let me see. Should be pgadmin 4. I don't know. If you have been able to install, I want to drop a TXT document now. In a moment. You can check your WhatsApp channel. You see patch and posy database setup.txt. It contains the code that contains all the data we want to use. You can just open it for now to just preview what. Sorry, where are you searching for? No, you are not searching your utility tools. You know, you are using Windows, aren't you? I can see it's Windows already, right?
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes, you're correct.
So hit your Windows key on your keyboard and type pgadmin 4.
So right here I'm having right here I'm having pgadmin 3.
Open it up. That's strange though. But open it up. Let's see. You can see the text file I sent on your this thing in the WhatsApp channel. You can download and open it up.
So opening this, what do I have to do right there in the pgadmin?
Did you request for your password?
No, he didn't request my password.
I don't really get what you are doing. You shouldn't.
Hello,
You shouldn't
sir,
be
please,
this.
can you answer me? I sent you a message on this thing. What should I pick?
In a moment, I'm coming. Okay, pgadmin. Okay. Who is that? Please open. If you just run that Adetunji Ali Amin, please just open that admin 3. That means that probably for the older versions. Who the person who say he dropped message, what should you pick as in? You can buy what version are you installing? Hello? Is this lady with me? Enya Festa? Am I still on? Hello?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Somebody had just asked a question. I can't. She's not responding anymore.
I
Yeah,
sent
fair. If you
you
are
like
still here,
I sent you a picture. That's what the
I've
thing
seen it. I've
is
seen it.
showing me. I just sent
I've seen it.
another picture now.
That is tell asking you category or some stuff, Abby.
Yes, I'm the one.
You can cancel. That one, I need to know what version. What version are you installing?
The what's the name? The
9 points.
Yeah, the first one that said supporting for 32-bit. That was the one that asked you 32-bit can download.
Okay,
The
you know what?
first version that supports 32-bit.
I get that's 9.6.
Yes.
Expand one of the drivers and just check one driver from each.
Okay.
Just check one of the drivers there. Do I have somebody else that I've installed successfully? Aside the other lady. All right.
I've been able to install, so I went back to search for that PG4 admin. So it's just taking time to load. That's
load,
why
right?
having.
Let
Yes,
me
sir.
also tell you, it might fail sometimes, so please just close it and reopen it.
Okay, sir.
So if
do you feel like I should delete everything and start the installation again?
You don't need to. You don't need to. I don't know. You don't need to. Just be patient. You don't need to delete everything. So 2 people. I told you to open that PG admin 3. What did you have?
Right here I have file, edit, plugins, view, tools, app. Then below
Screenshot, let
it
me
I have
see.
update browser.
And you installed the latest version 16. You are on the latest version, right?
I think so.
You shouldn't give us that. That's why I'm wondering what's happening.
So
You'll be
which
able to
version should I
resolve it. Just
install?
be patient. It's not. It depends on your system. Do you get the version you
My
install?
system is well. Right here is telling me in the properties it's telling me store password, restore environment, connected.
I need to be patient and see what you are trying to do. Do you get?
Sir,
Just be
please.
patient.
My PG4 has opened, but it's saying that PG4 server could not be contacted.
Thank you. I just said it when I said it could fail. So just close it and reopen it again.
Okay.
It happens most of the time.
Yeah, like I've opened it up. I sent a message. So which one should I pick again?
You opened what?
Let me check the last this thing, last picture. Yeah, I was the one that sent it. The database drivers.
Just check anyone. Check what is that? The JDBC. We don't really need them anyway. But just check. Check the you're using 32-bit, right? Check the last one, PSQL. No, we don't need PSQL here. Check the second one. PGJDBC. I need to round up soon. But I want us to spend most of the time on installation. You see, I've been able to install. Go ahead, please.
Sir, in one way or the other, can you help us with an installation video?
Installation preview.
No, installation video.
Is that what you said?
No, installation video.
Okay. And that will be after the meeting now, not now.
Yeah, like in case of us, those of us that are not
That
able
couldn't install.
to
No
yeah,
problem.
that
No
couldn't install
problem.
it maybe during this class.
No problem.
Okay,
All right, no problem. Installation
good
video, no
afternoon, sir. I
problem.
have a question.
Go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay, after installation for the PG4 configuration, it's asking for port number.
Just leave it at the default settings that are there. But the port number is 5432 for Postgres.
Yeah.
But it's better you just don't
When I
alter any
click save,
setup.
okay. When I click save, it's writing the port specification is already in use. Please enter a free port number.
Enter your what? Free port number. I type 5432 there.
I've typed it, but it's still writing is not free.
This screenshot. Let me see what you are doing.
Okay, so I think the issue is, I think I had the same issue. So when my PG4 said it could not connect to server, so there's like a button down saying that configure page. So I think that's where she clicked on. So when you click on the configure page, it will show you something like that.
No, you don't need to just close it and reopen pgadmin 4. Don't configure anything, please.
So I've opened
Close
and
pgadmin
the same
4. Same thing.
yes, sir. It's saying the error again.
Hello, sir. I'm done with my installation. What should I do next? Is there anything like I should download next? Sir. Hello? So please, can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sir, I can't hear you.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Sir, sorry, are you,
Congratulations.
sir, please, are you talking? Oh, sorry.
Oh, I need to be on with wait.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Alright.
Hi.
Okay. My network is somehow anyway. I believe you can all hear me now. So to
Yes,
quickly
sir, we
round
can.
up, so those of us that have completed, I'm opening my own PG admin now. So I've logged in. I will share that particular slide. So a particular screen. You can open up the file I sent through via the WhatsApp group. I believe you can all see my this now. So here is my home PG admin 4 interface. So PG admin Postgres is a client server architecture system. That is, the server, there's a client, you are the client. The server is the PG. So you have to make requests to get your data out of from the database. That's the architecture it is using, client server architecture. So to open up the server, so I can see the version I'm using. The one I'm using is 15, but it has previous versions there. It also has 10 there. So for that, to open up a particular server, I'm going to make use of 15. As I'll click on 15 to open up. You can see I'll put in my password now. So it's going to open up my Postgres 15 server. You can see databases, login, look data table spaces. Once I have this, all right. So these are all the databases I have in my this, and this is I've actually set up this. So hello, please confirm if you are with me because I don't know what this network is based on. Am I still online or offline?
You're online, sir.
Can hear you. Can hear you.
All right. So
Hi, sir.
thank you so much. Now these are all the databases I have in my home. I also have so many more data. I'm using Postgres 10 or Server 10 actually. So look at the interface we'll be using. If I click on this particular, so if I do query to, so it gives me the query tool we have. So I want know what I want to do now. I want to assume I don't have any database installed. Please open up your pgadmin 4. So if you have done that, you can right click on the server and click on create. Or perhaps you can right click on this elephant icon and click on create database. If you're able to do that, please let me know. I want to know how many of you are following me on this particular stage.
I am.
Thank you. So once you're able to click on create database. You should have another server, about 2 servers or more on your own. So depending on the version you are using. So you can say I have 3 servers on mine. So I'm using my Postgres 10 server. So once I click on it, you go to create and click on database. You can put the name of your database here. Ignore all these ones and hit your once you put your database name, maybe let's say patch. Ignore all these and click on save. You should have your database created. If you have done that, let me know. I don't want to save it because I have patch before already. All right, I can see somebody said done. The network is really frustrating. Trying to open up the all right, so now if you have done that, okay, now what I'll do now, create a new database. I'll just name it something else randomly and do create. So let me say sample. I don't need a comment, so I'll hit my so in a moment, you should be able to see the database. If you have been able to set up your database, please do let me know. If you are still getting the error there, please just try again. It does that most times. pgadmin does that most times.
It's writing pgadmin 4 server could not be contacted.
Just close it and reopen. It does that most time.
Up to 10 times now. Closing and still bringing the error. 15.
Just hold on for it a little. So now I have the database I've created here. So I will just click on this icon here as my query tool. So once I hit it, then it opened up my query tool there. This is where I'll be typing my commands here. So you know what you would do now from here, because we'll be closing up this meeting now. Open up the file I gave you. I'm going to share that file as a slide now, so you can see what is there. It's in your WhatsApp group link, or WhatsApp group rather. I want to share that. So the file looks like this. It contains code of data of the database. So you can see create database, which I have already put there, and all the data related to what you want to use. Already, all you need to do is to just Control A, Control C. Once you copy this, you come to your Postgres. Once you have copied this like this, I'll close this. Let me share my pgadmin screen. So once you have done that, you come here, you paste the code here. Once you have pasted the code here, right, just click on this button here to run. So I will hit my run now. Good. You say query returned successfully in 2 seconds. So which means I have all my data that I want to use for this class, for this whole bootcamp on database installed now or set up. However, though we are supposed to talk about how to create a database, because of time, I will just talk briefly on each of them. So that we leave that to our next meeting. So while before then, I want us to complete our setup. If you have any challenge, try to interact with your team on the group. We should be able to help ourselves out. All right. So any question before we end the meeting? Because the lady with what's it called, that have been able to open pgadmin, have you done what I've just done now?
I can't
I guess
find anything on the group chat.
I drop a text file there, txt file.
Okay, let me check again.
No. Okay, I sent to the facilitator
I
group.
don't think
Sorry.
it's on the group chat.
Yeah, sorry, I sent it to the facilitator group. I'm forwarding it to the group now. You should see it now. Can you see it? Should be able to see it now.
Yes.
Patch and POSI database setup .txt.
Sorry, sir. Please, I'm having issue with my while trying to create a database. So while I said create database for
Which server you're using? Right click on your server on the database or the server icon you're using. Just go to create, click on database.
Oh, okay.
Then put
Then you said
only the name of
query.
database should be okay.
Okay, I think where you are now. So it's just to go and copy.
Exactly. Just copy it and then you will just do some. Because we cannot by ourselves put all the old data into our database, or unless you want to use programming language to run them, which I don't want us to make it more complicated for now. You can see there are a lot of codes there, about 16,000 plus lines of code there. So just copy it, paste it, run it, then we are good to go.
Sorry, I know we've not done anything, but I'm just curious, like, how are these codes generated since it's like 16,000 lines?
They are generated by these database administrators. But we can automate anyway. That's why programming language is there. For most data analysis, learning programming language is always very important. So we'll not cover that in this class. So we can automate those lines of code, right? But most of the time, database administrators will always type those codes. So there are always people that typing them. Are you scared of typing those lines of code? Don't worry. Any question, please? I want to round up. My network is not stable. I believe you've seen the process. For the installation process, I can send a video. If you are still finding it challenging to install, I'll send a video on how to install Postgres. If you have other SQL, maybe MySQL, MariaDB, you can, as long as it is structured query language, SQL, you can also use it. It's not compulsory. It's not strict to Postgres. But if you are just installing, please install Postgres. I guess somebody asked that and I answered that before. If you are still having error, please just keep reopening. Postgres is unstable like that because an open source. Ojo, please keep trying. Or just hold on a while, try it later. I'm sure it will open.
Okay. Sorry, sir. I have a question.
Go ahead.
Sorry, please. I think I didn't really start with you, and when I came in, I saw that you started with SQL, right? So I want to know, why are we starting with SQL in the data class, and what's the major use of SQL in the process
Well,
of data
I
analysis?
actually I created a slide for that. That's the first thing I started with. I defined SQL. Maybe I should just try to share the slide. I won't talk much about it. I'll share the slide with you people. I talked about, this is where I started from. So started with defining data analysis. What are the importance, types and processes, and all the tools. And I explained with every of the tools, the use of the tools, and several examples of the tools. That's where I started my class from today. I can share the slide for you if you can comprehend what is there. But I don't really have that time to go through everything in details again. So I have to round up. Perhaps the videos, I get 2 videos now because I ended up the other time, or maybe 1. The video is recorded anyway, so you can always go through the video and catch up whatever you don't understand there. Okay, this person has sent this slide, these screenshots. Just run your code. If you have done that, congratulations, you have a database set up. Okay, that's still Bolu Atife. Okay. If you are still having challenge, don't worry, you still have a day or so to complete your installation. Then we go to proper class. Today is just introduction and installation. Okay, I don't think there's question anymore. Many of us are fighting with our installation. I guess we should round up now so you can have time to do that. Or is there still anything I should answer? Any question? Okay, in the absence of questions, we like to end the meeting. Can I end the meeting?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you so much.